And they started showing up at 4 o'clock. That's the lineup for the Dawson Buccaneers. And now let's meet the Bridge City Realty starters for your Indian Hills Warriors.
Quentin Perkins, redshirt freshman, Dallas, Texas.
Trenton Walters, sophomore, Frisco, Texas.
Jamal Intizami, sophomore, Berlin, Germany.
João das Chagas, sophomore, Nicaragua, Goiás, Brazil.
Abdoulaye Fall, sophomore, Dakar, Senegal.
Automatic berth in Hutchinson, Kansas on the line for both of these teams. Here we go. Ball in the air. Tip to the Warriors, and this game is underway. Stolen away by the Buccaneers and up and in. Turnover number 1 against the Warriors, and official start time tonight, 6:06 Mountain Time. So 7:06 for most of you watching in the Central Time Zone. Looks like a man-to-man for the Buccaneers. Walters will give it up to the Ranger. He goes inside to Dashagas. It's knocked loose. 2 turnovers and 2 possessions for Indian Hills. Jordan Jasper will kick it out. And the Warriors trying to get a steal of our own. Can't do it. 3-pointer from the corner is off the mark. And Intizami's got it. Perkins, Walters, Intizami, Dashagas, and Abdoulaye Fall. And that is Walters up and in. Quentin Walters had a big ball game in that regional final. He had 20 points against Southeastern. He's the reigning ICCAC Athlete of the Week. And he is also the Student Athlete of the Month for the month of February for Indian Hills Community College. Warriors in the man-to-man as always. Himes is the point for the Buccaneers. Baseline Jordan Jasper, that is. There's the big fella. Justin Ozzie. That's too strong. Long rebound, though, and that's the thing. The way that they like to shoot the 3-pointers, going to be a lot of long rebounds. That is Amanrud. Couldn't get it to go. Intizami's got it. They want to press on made baskets. If we can limit the made baskets, obviously we can keep them out of that. Abdoulaye goes baseline, and we've got a foul. He never made a signal based on the... And the Warriors will have it under our own hoop. Perkins will bring it in. Tied at 2, just underway here. Glendale, Montana. Walters thought about it on the inbound. Now he will give it a whirl. That is off the mark, and a rebound into Zami. Keeps it alive to Abdoulaye Fall. Extra possession for the Warriors. Abdoulaye just about out of bounds, but he's able to corral it just in time. All right, let's get it set. 11 on the shot clock. Walters will kick it up to Perkins. Now 5 on the shot clock. Quentin's going to have to let it fly. He goes baseline, puts it up off the rim, no good. Knocked loose, out of bounds. Buccaneer basketball. This crowd started showing up at 4 o'clock today. When we got here at 4:30, there was already 70 to 75 people, not just in the arena, but in their seats. Already had their popcorn. So they have been waiting anxiously for this game. And it's been a good run for Dawson County. Their high school here, their boys basketball team made it to the state tournament. That's got a, oh my, a foul from behind. All right. The call came from behind the play. And that's going to go. He is their leading scorer at 21 a ball game, and then this guy, Justin Ozzie, right behind him when we want to put pressure on him. 3-pointer from the corner, off the mark, into the hands of Walters. Trenton up the floor with a 3-on-1, gives it up to Perkins. Perkins thought about it, and they call him for a travel on the stutter. Turnover on the Warriors. Three turnovers already on Indian Hills. We will have media timeouts under 16, 12, 8, and 4, so it'll be played just like Hutchinson, Kansas. To the hoop, shot up, no good. Ozzie with the putback. The big fella put it back up. And we come into Abdoulaye Fall. Abdoulaye will bring it over the timeline and will throw it between the legs of J.B. Dashagas. And that's what you can't do. We had the press beat. It's patience. 4-2 Buccaneers right now with 17:02 to go in the opening half of basketball. Tammy Hartley tuned in, as is Kathy Ryder, Richard Gomer, Naomi Medford. Welcome in. Naomi watching from the Big O. O-Town. That one is deflected and into the hands of Trenton Walters. Walters across the timeline. And it's knocked loose. Another turnover on the Warriors. And Amonrood's shot is no good and then out of bounds. It is fast-paced as we to go. So both teams trying to get their legs under them, kind of getting a feel for things. Comes into Perkins, and now a foul. And that's going to go against their big fella, I believe, Justin Ozzie. And it does. When we watched the other night, I don't know if it's the same officials or not. You know, a lot of areas officiate the same way. A lot of contact with guys going to the hoop. Very consistent. They did a nice job, but then you get that foul out there a long ways from the action, or a long ways from the hoop. Intizami inside to Dashagas. JV up and under and got it. JV Dashagas with a good strong finish, and he's the guy. And talking to Coach Dewey that if Dashagas has a big night, it's going to be a real problem for Dawson. But he's a key factor if you're looking at keys of the game. Dashagas is a huge key for Indian Hills. Justin Ozzie. That is short into the hands of the Texas Ranger. Perkins on the move, and he has it knocked loose by Ozzie, and they're able to save it. And then timeout, Dawson. You just have to be alert at all times. You can't take anything for granted. They're going to come out. Dawson, a town of just over 4,700 people, but they do have a used video game store with video games and DVDs. So you can imagine one. Titus Longfellow-Luttring spent a good deal of time there today. Backdoor cut and an easy bucket there for number 12. Amonrood throws down the dunk, and it's 6-4. Over the timeline is Walters, and he tries to sneak one through, and they got a hand in the passing lane. Now up ahead, a spin and a travel, but no call, but a loose ball. Walters out of there with it. Walters steps through. His shot is blocked, but now we do have a foul. So Walters will go to the line. That foul's going to go against Lewis, and that's going to be his second on Aries Lewis. Now they will pull to the stats. As they bring us up the stats at the timeouts, they have no turnovers according to their stat keepers. But I don't think that's quite accurate. Walters no good. Two points for Walters so far and two for Dashagas. Now make it 5 as Trenton hits that one 6-5. Favor of the Buccaneers. Aries Lewis will go out with those two fouls. But again, Dawson, much like us, they're comfortable going 11 deep. So they'll certainly be comfortable if one or two guys get in foul trouble. Now, they don't want to see anybody get in foul trouble, but they definitely wouldn't want to see Amonrood or Ozzie. And there's a turnover on the Buccaneers. Vlad Simerich in the ball game for the Warriors. So Walters, Simerich, Will Casey also in. Mason Costello in. And big money, Amante Allen Johnson on the floor. Casey had a big game in the regional final. Walters step back three, no good. Casey knocks it loose, but into the hands of Massaquoi. Sam Massaquoi out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. 6-5 Buccaneers. Three-pointer coming here is on the money. Kerr Malor knocks down the three-pointer. 9-5 Buccaneers. Amante Allen Johnson with the basketball. We have not been pressed a lot this year, so I think we'll get our groove, but certainly expected it to give us maybe some trouble early. That one for Casey just wouldn't go. We knock it out. Walters for three. That one wouldn't go, and the Warriors 0-4 from the three-point line. Foul coming here on Indian for Trenton Walters, so big money will handle the point. AT had a great week of practice. Let's see what he brings to the table here at the Tepke Center. Backhanded layup, no good. Costello's got it. Up the floor come the Warriors. Over to Will Casey. Casey with that step through, and no good, but he's going to go to the free throw line. And let's see who broke the rule. And Virginia Hinesley tuned in. Casey missed them both. Jake Stalzer tuned in. Brad Woodruff. Go Warriors, thanks Go Hills TV. You betcha. Brandon Clark tuned in. Chris Kessner. Terry Eddy watching from the Rehabilitation Center. Go Warriors. Ryan Nelson from Burlington. Dwayne Cook tuned in. Into the lane. They kick it out. Three-pointer coming. Off the rim, no good. And that's going to be a foul on the Buccaneers. That's going to go against Massaquoi. Chris Pester-Munley, let's go Warriors. Calvin Woodward from Fountain Hills, Arizona, go Warriors. Lori Perkins, Deb Worley. Welcome in, everybody. It's sure a lot of fun to be here. Big Money down the lane. Couldn't finish. Will Casey trying to keep it alive. Couldn't get it to go. The Warriors right now just trying to find a bucket to the corner. We close out on the dribble, and Vlad's going to be called for the foul, and that's going to be free throws coming, the first of the game for the Buccaneers. And on Vlad, that'll be his first assist of ball game. And he got the second now. 10-5 Dawson. And there's that 2-2-1 pressure. Will Casey. And we might luck out here. We do. Costello Casey now to Vlad. And Vlad lays it up and in. So the Warriors get a little bit lucky right there, but we'll take it. And it's now 10-7. You have to be precise. This team presses all game, every game, so you know they're good at it. They can really rattle you. That's a travel, right? Yes, it is. Turnover on the Buccaneers. 3-point ball game, 12:29 to go in the opening half. The North Central District Championship. Winner gets an at-large berth to Hutchinson, Kansas. The loser will be hoping, or winner gets an automatic. The loser's hoping for the at-large. Inside to Vlad again, another easy bucket, and now the Warriors have found a couple back-to-back layups, and we've got a 1-point ball game. Three-pointer from the corner. It's on the money. Brandon Himes knocks it down. 13-9 Buccaneers. We go under 12 minutes, so the next dead ball will be a timeout. Knocked loose, and up ahead, Casey swats it out of there. Will Casey says, I don't think so. Oh, that pass is knocked free. It should be Warrior basketball, and it is. But I'll tell you what, they hustle. They're on it. 4-point Buccaneer lead to our media timeout with 11:49 to go. This is Go Hills TV, and we're powered by... Happy birthday to Tammy Hartley. Happy birthday, Tammy. Kristen Mason, Zeke Flick, all tuned in tonight. Will Casey going to the hoop. Hey, baby, Will Casey with the slam down the lane. 2-point ball game. Little floater. It's good from Jordan Jasper. Perkins back into the ball game. Costello now up ahead to Casey. Casey will stutter and go to the hoop. Right hand rolls it over the rim and in. Well, we're getting some easy baskets now. But we still trail 15-13 with 11:11 to go in the first half. Their big fella Ozzie hands it to Amonrud. Amonrud left hand and didn't get enough on it. Will Casey out of there with it. Casey through pressure. Casey trying to go coast to coast. He's fouled in a basket. Will Casey with some fancy basketball. And he will go to the line. The Buccaneer crowd did not shot. Okay, no shot. So they changed it. No basket. Foul on the way in. And the foul went against Jordan Jasper, his first. And it is the 6th on the Buccaneers. Casey to the hoop. Casey couldn't get it to go. Knocked out of bounds. Buccaneer basketball. So we thought we had it tied up. We were going to go to the line to try to take the lead. But they decided the foul was on the way in. And as a result, we still trail by 2. However, again, 6 fouls on the Buccaneers. So the Warriors will be in the bonus the rest of the first half. 10:39 to go. Justin Ozzie. He got it. 3-pointer. (18-13). The lead is back to 5. We step through the pressure there. Now Costello back to Big Money. Big Money in the lane. Kicks it back out. Costello to Casey. Casey baseline. Jumps through traffic. Puts it up. Won't go. Simmerich got it. Vlad puts it in. Vlad Simmerich has 6 points, and he is battling the young man out of Ukraine. Playing well early. Now the Warriors try to jump. and that should be offensive, and it is an offensive foul on Jordan Jasper. And that, the Warriors. Comes into Amante. Amante to Perkins. Perkins up to Costello. Looks like we're starting to find our rhythm against this press a little bit. Amante into the lane. Off the glass, no good. Vlad got it. Vlad couldn't put it in. Vlad got it back. Vlad put it up and in. Vlad Simerich has 8. And he's currently our leading scorer and would be our player of the game here in the early going. He is battling in there. It's a 1-point lead for the Buccaneers. Amanrud. Rattled, wouldn't go. Rebound, Caden Nation. 7 turnovers so far for Indian Hills. Perkins dumps it to Caden Nation. Nation turns. Nation up and under and in. Caden Nation is so good around the hoop. And the Warriors have our first lead of the ball game at 19-18. 3 turnovers now on the Buccaneers in what is a fast-paced game as we expected. You don't want to blink in this one. Spin move, kicked out by Himes. Now to the hoop, contact, no foul. I'm telling you, when the game we watched, but they're fairly consistent, do a good job, but it's a lot of contact going to the hoop. Up and under by Big Money, no good, knocked out of bounds. Warrior basketball. Justin Ozzie was the last to touch it. And now here comes the big fella, Dashagas and Walters coming in for Indian Hills, as is Collette and Rich Mason tuned in. David Webster. And a travel. Another turnover on the Warriors. Basketball and baseball. Smiling. Great day for the Warriors. Good luck. Jerry and I are watching Go Warriors, says Barbara Quigley. What a crowd. Mitch Knox tuned in. And these are all on Facebook, so we know we have a lot of folks watching on the app as well. 1-point Warrior lead, 8:30 to go in the opening half. Amanrud goes baseline, throws to the corner. Now into the lane, and nothing doing there. The Warriors with Abdullah and Dashagas denying that one. Now Walters will kick it out. Perkins, rattled, wouldn't go. They have now on the floor Matthew Kinsler out of Mandeville, Louisiana, a 6'3 freshman. That one is short and knocked loose. Fight for it. Buccaneers got it. Put up, no good. Buccaneers got it back. Out of bounds. Buccaneer basketball. 7:58 to go. That'll bring us to our under 8 media timeout. And it's a good one as expected. 19-18. Indian Hills in the lead here in Glendive, Montana at the Tepke Arena. I'm Russ W. Oker on Go Hills TV. 1-point Indian Hills lead. Dawson basketball coming in under their own hoop. And we kick that one out of bounds. We'll do it again. 8 turnovers on the Warriors, 3 on Dawson. Into the lane and no good on the floor. Walters out of there with it. Trenton, little shimmy shake now. Spins, kicks it out to Perkins. Perkins baseline, dribble under to the corner. Abdullah fall. Off the rim, no good. And we're going to have a push off on Dashagas. And that, I think, is going to be 2 on JV. Actually, it might be his first. That's his first. 4th team foul on Indian Hills. Right now, they're shooting 28% from the field, 33% from three-point land. We're 41% from the field, but we have not hit a three-pointer. We're now 0 of 5 from behind the arc. Careful there. Wrap around to the corner. Up top to Amanrud. Amanrud goes down the lane, kicks it out for a three-pointer here, which is on the money from number 22, Kerr Malure, who has knocked down a couple three-pointers on us. Malure now has 6 points in the ball game. Abdullah fall to Perkins. 21-19, Dawson in the lead. Perkins, a little stutter now out to Nation. Caden Nation. That one won't go, but into the hands on the long rebound to the Frisco kid, Trenton Walters. He's going to go baseline, hang in the air, no good. Amanrud's got it. And a foul coming on Walters will be his first and the 5th team foul on Indian Hills. Tyler Stevenson, welcome in. Mary McDermott Walsh, welcome in, Mary. Always good to see that name come across. Hope you're doing well. That's Braxton Bayless's grandma. Leanne Daniels from Moline, Iowa, tuned in tonight. Taken away by the Texas Ranger. Perkins stepped into the passing lane. And now a foul coming here, and it's going to put Perkins on the line. Tayshawn Bridges is checked in for the Warriors, so Bridges Perkins, Nation, Dashagas, and Walters on the floor. And we got a 1-point ball. Perkins goes 1 of 2. They are second in points per game in the nation, third in field goal attempts in a game, fourth in steals in a game. And the thing that gets me a little bit is they seem to be you're on your own when you're going to the hoop, but other areas they're fairly protective. But it seems to be at least pretty consistent. Foul goes against Vlad Simmeric. That is his second, and 16 fouls on Indian Hills. So now the Warriors find themselves in a position that Dawson will have free throws the rest of the way. Up ahead to Perkins, and he will lay it up and in. And the Warriors grab the lead back, 22-21. Massaquoi is number 3. Amanrud number 12. Gives it up to Ade Analea. And now the Warriors come out of there with it in a 1-point lead. Onalea, excuse me. Bridges threw it away. Tayshaun, you got to be careful going in there in this one. There's going to be a lot of hands in the way. But he is really good at getting to the hoop. Into the lane, knocked loose by Bridges on the floor. Bridges with it, gets it to Perkins. The Ranger comes out of there with it. He's got a one-on-one. He'll step through. He'll put it up, and he'll go to the free throw line. That's going to go, I believe, on Matthew Kinsler. That'll be his first. And that is the 9th team foul. So now we'll have 2 coming here on the shooting foul, and then we'll have a double bonus the rest of the way. Yancey Wilmot watching from Livingston. And 1 of 2 for Perkins. It's now a 2-point Indian Hills lead. We're 2-1 all time against Dawson. Justin Ozzie working against Vlad. Now we double down. He kicks it out. And inside, and an easy bucket. Almost. It came up a little short. But that one's good for Lewis, who's playing with 2 fouls. Up ahead to Vlad. And a foul coming. And that's going to be the 3rd foul on Lewis. And here's the thing, and I get it for youngsters. He got the ball, but he also nailed him with the body. I mean, you forget about that. A lot of basketball in the opening half. Vlad got them both. So the lead is back to 2 for Indian Hills. Points could come in a flurry, though, in this one. Out of bounds, Indian Hills basketball. Had a chance to visit with Nick Nielsen of the JUCO Jam on the way out, and he's been impressed with this Dawson team when he's got a chance to see him. He was very clear we would have our hands full, and of course we knew that. This is a really good basketball team, ranked 22nd in the country, got some very good wins this year. They beat Salt Lake. And a foul on the way in. Otherwise, the Texas Ranger was all about swatting that one, but looks like he rolled his ankle a little bit. Let's hope he's on. I was honored to have the opportunity to co-host the JUCO Jam, or be, I guess, a special co-host. But Brandon Goebel, who does an awesome job, was away for a week on assignment, working JUCO business. So Nick gave me a call. That was a lot of fun. Bridges kicks it out. Will Casey goes baseline. Now back to Tayshaun. Tayshaun doesn't shoot a ton of threes, but he's been successful when he does. 4 of 9 on the year. Tries to go to the hoop. It's knocked loose. It'll be Indian Hills basketball. We're all square at 25. Tayshaun, 44% on the year. Just 4 of 9. But again, he doesn't fire up a lot of three-pointers. Hey, Stan Roop. Stan's been in a few big basketball games in his career. Long time. A high school coach, had a lot of success. Great success with Corden, Iowa. Had some really good girls basketball teams there in Wayne County. Big Money pulls up. That's no good. We still have not hit a three-pointer in this game. 4:10 to go, tied at 25, and here come the Buccaneers over the timeline. Justin Ozzie thought about it. Now he floats one. Too strong, and Big Money's got it. Amonte Allen Johnson will give it back to Will Casey. He will step through. Backhanded layup, no good. Knocked out of bounds, and it's their basketball. Didn't quite get enough on it. Well, there's our under 4 media break, the last media timeout of the first half. It has been what we thought it would be for the most part, a really good basketball game. All square at 25. This is Go Hills TV. We're powered by JBS.
You anywhere. Check us out at indianhills.edu for more information.
3:55 to go in the opening half of basketball. North Central District Championship. The Mondac Conference winner, Dawson. Region 13 taking on our Region 11 ICCAC winner, Indian Hills. Three-pointer coming here is off the mark. Tipped. Fight for it. Ozzie got it. Ozzie put it in. Justin Ozzie is a big body in there. Averages 18 a ball game. Amante Allen Johnson floats it up to Will Casey, and he will wait and give it to Walters. No three-pointers in the first half for Indian Hills. Little stutter, now Walters to the hoop, and he has a block, got it back though. Trenton looking for a friend, and he'll get it out to Amante Allen Johnson. Inside, Intizami. Jamal to Will Casey, shot clock at 5. Casey into the lane, it's knocked loose, out of bounds. Oh, Buccaneer basketball, okay. 3:01 to go in the half. Indian Hills shooting 36% from the field, 50% from the free throw line, though. We're going to have to do better than that for sure. The Buccaneers 30% from the field, 40% from three-point land, 75% from the free throw line. 9 turnovers on the Warriors, 6 on the Buccaneers, but we have been taking better care of the basketball of late. Justin Ozzie dumps it down to Amonrud, and he'll kick it out. That one is no good, and into Zombie shoved from behind by Ozzie. No call there, but the Warriors come out of there with it. Allen Johnson to Costello. Mason to Nation. Nation thought about it. Now he will. Yes, sir! A Morgan's Corner three-pointer for Caden Nation. Our first of the half, and it was a long-range shot. We got to get somebody going on the three-pointers, and it might as well be Caden Nation, right? 1-point Warrior lead, 2:10 to go now, opening half of basketball. Amonrud spins and floats it, no good. I think he was looking to get the backdoor cut, and the Warriors cut it off on him, forced him to put up an errant shot. Caden Nation, he's going to give it another whirl, and no go. Amonrud to Himes. $1:50 to go in the first half. 1-point Indian Hills lead. Justin Ozzie. Too strong. Costello with it. Walters to Costello. Costello. Too strong. And here come the Buccaneers. Himes. And a foul coming against Walters. That will be his second. And that'll be 7 on Indian Hills. A.T. Manuan back in. He wasn't in long his first stint, so we'll see what he can do. The season is off the mark on the 1-and-1, and Dashagas with it. 1-point Warrior lead with $1:20 to go. High screen from Dashagas. Allen Johnson will pull up from about 17. Rattled, wouldn't go. Long board in the hands of Manuan. A.T. to the hoop, off the glass, wouldn't go. And here come the Buccaneers. Too strong, Dashagas has it. Allen Johnson past traffic. This is fast and furious. Now he'll kick it out to Manuan. A.T. is going to go into the lane, get his guy in the air, now kicks it out. Inside, Caden Nation, no good. Dashagas. Cutting to the hoop, Manuan, scoop, and nothing. And here come the Buccaneers. This is a fun one, I'll say that much. Buckets hard to come by for two teams, especially the Buccaneers, who score over 100 a game. Indian Hills 84. But right now, with under 30 seconds to go in the half, it's 28-27, a 1-point Indian Hills lead. Himes spins, puts it up, and that wouldn't go. Fight for it, and Amante Allen Johnson has it with A.T. up ahead. Amante is going to go to the hoop himself, and a foul coming. So free throws coming for big money, where the Warriors have not been good tonight. Amonte's slow to get up, but I think he's going to be all right. Amante got them both, and the Warrior lead is now 3. That's our largest of the ballgame. 15 seconds to go in the half. The Buccaneers will likely hold for the final shot. 30-27 Indian Hills. Onalea is number 25. Taken away by Costello, but he couldn't hold it. Doggone it, and now they kick it down. Ozzie's shot is no good at the buzzer. And the Warriors will take a 3-point lead into the locker room. Well, we've got a special treat coming up for you, folks. A lot of Warrior fans will remember Dale Bryant, who was a manager for the Indian Hills team for a couple of seasons. And then he went to Texas Tech. Anyway, Dale has stayed close with Coach Dewey. Dale is up here at the ball game tonight, and we had a chance to talk to him. And so we have that coming up here at our Hy-Vee halftime. So we're looking forward to that. So a lot of folks in Ottumwa, Iowa might be curious to see how Dale's doing. So we'll have that answer for you. But we'll have your halftime stats after our first break, and then we'll have the interview with Dale Bryant during our Hy-Vee. Mellon shouting out to Dale. Steve Allison tuned in. Executive Dean Noel Foster Gordon tuned in. My wife, Angela Oker, tuned in. A.J. Anderson, co-owner and of the Iowa Media Network, the parent company of Go Hills TV. That one's off the mark, and here come the Warriors with our first possession of the second half. Down inside to Dashagas. JV kicks it out to Intizami. And Perkins trying to dump it inside. We turn it over, but good to see Quentin Perkins back out there after he rolled that ankle a little bit, so that's good. AJ said, yeah, it was snowing. Just started to snow when the baseball game got over. So, AJ, thanks for your work there. And they'll be back at it tomorrow with baseball action for you from Pat Doherty Field. Into the lane, the floater is no good. Long rebound, and Justin Ozzie tracked it down. Kicks it across the way, extra pass. Thought about a three-pointer down to the lane, dumps it down for the slam for Aries Lewis, and it's a one-point ball game. Now we throw it over the top of the press. Abdullah going to go to the hoop, and a foul coming on Amanrud. That'll be the first rules infraction of the game on Justin Amanrud. First of the half on the Buccaneers. Jennifer Caldwell. Let's go Warriors. Josh Bryce, Courtney Kessler tuned in. Jason Damerville. Great audience tuned in tonight, and why not? What a great matchup. Two very good basketball teams. And Dawson is, this is our second time out here to Glendive, and both times the people here are awesome. We really do enjoy our stay. Now, that being said, we want to get out of here with a win tonight. But Coach Peterson was truly a great story. He's down inside to Dashagas. He spins, puts it up, no good, and now I think a foul coming on JV. Maybe not. That's against Ozzie. Justin Ozzie gets called for the foul, and the crowd here, as you can hear, did not like the call. That is the second foul on Ozzie, and free throws coming for Dashagas. Coach Peterson was in the coaching world for Dashagas gets them both. It's a lot like being at the Hellier here because, I mean, they get here early and they are in the game. And I think our guys enjoy that. I mean, if you're going to go on the road, you might as well have a big crowd to get you motivated. 32-29, Warriors in the lead. Justin Ozzie will now get the foul call on this end. Will Casey is into the ball game, and he's going to be called for the rules infraction. That'll be his second. Chuck Pierce go Warriors. Chuck and Gina Pierce from Iowa City. Landry Trinette tuned in. Three-pointer coming here is off the mark. They get the offensive board. Ball on the floor, though. Fight for it. And how about a jump ball? Maybe. And that's going to be Warrior basketball. Glenwood, great coverage on the baseball games and great coverage of the basketball. Thank you so much, Glenn, and we appreciate that. Looking forward to seeing a lot of Warrior fans in Hutch as we think whether we win or lose here. We think if we lose, we'll get an at-large. We certainly should be well in line for that as the third-ranked team in the country in the season we've had. Now we hope we get the automatic berth. And doggone it, a travel on Perkins. And Amonte Allen Johnson will check in for Quentin, give him a little breather. 18:09, which matches our largest. There were 5 lead changes in that first half. Their largest lead was 5 with 12:56 to go. Lane Caldwell from O-Town is tuned in. To the hoop and in. Good take there for Aries Lewis, who has 3 fouls, so he spent a good portion of that first half on the bench. 1 point Dawson trails by 1 point. 1 point Warrior lead. Now Alan Johnson over the timeline against the press. Amante is going to bring it back out. Walters thought about a long one. Good no call there, I think, on the contact. Now we'll set up the half court. Amante, you cannot barrel in there on that one. Ammanrud is going to kick it back out, and the Buccaneers will look to set up. Justin Ozzie, we're going to double down, and he'll kick it out. And turnover on the Buccaneers. We were at practice yesterday. That was a strong emphasis. If the big fella puts it on the floor, we collapse immediately. And then you got to help away. That results in a turnover on the Buccaneers that time. The Buccaneers have at 7 in that first half. 1 point Indian Hills lead, 17:08 to go. Ashland Hamilton tuned in. Costello to the corner. Walters off the rim, no good. Will Casey's got the board, knocked loose. Warrior basketball. From here, I'm a ways away. I don't know. I'd like to see the replay. We might have caught a break there. That might have went off Will's thigh. Even Titus thinks maybe we caught a break, but if so, we'll take it. Walters, Costello, Alan Johnson, Simmerich, and Casey on the floor. Costello is going to pull up. Rattled, wouldn't go. And Ammanrud out of there with it. Buccaneers with a chance to take the lead. Alley-oop. And a nice play there by Lewis. Acrobatic finish by Aries Lewis. And it's a 1 point Buccaneer lead. Walters through traffic to Costello. Costello wouldn't go. And our shooting troubles continue. From long range, right now, Indian Hills just 1 3-pointer in the ball game, and that was Caden Nation in the first half who knocked one down, and he comes in. 1 point lead for the Buccaneers. We need that run of easy baskets. Justin Ozzie, double team, looking to get rid of it. Fires it across the way, and they keep their possession alive. Ammanrud, wants to get it going here in the second half. We held him to 2 in the first half. He goes baseline and now gets the foul call. That's going to go against Vlad. And unfortunately, that's going to be 3 on Vlad. He had 10 points in that first half. I think the crowd might have bought that one. Comes in to Himes. Now Ammanrud puts it up. It's short. Grabbed by Amante Allen Johnson. Ammanrud out of Bozeman, Montana. 6'4 sophomore. That's beautiful territory there in Bozeman. Costello dumps it down to Caden Nation. Caden up and under and in. Caden Nation so good around the hoop. And the Warriors grab the lead back. 34-33 with 15:38 to go. The next dead ball will be a timeout. Lewis got it. He's trying to make up for lost time, no doubt about it. Now they're looking to set the trap. We get it over here to Alan Johnson. Amante back to Walters. He needs to get going. We get it across the timeline. Nation. Yes, sir, a Morgan's Corner three-pointer for the young man out of Peoria, Illinois, Caden Nation. That one's off the mark. Offensive rebound. Vlad's got to be careful there. Out of bounds. And they're going to give the basketball to the Buccaneers. 2 point Indian Hills lead. And our media timeout. 15:05 to go. This one's going to test it. You know it is. This is Warrior Basketball on Go Hills TV, powered by JBS.
This is your.
Got a chance to meet Titus's mom and dad a couple weeks ago. And I certainly enjoyed a chance to visit with the Lettrings. Inside to Ozzie. His wraparound is good for a basket for number 22, Kerr Malure. And we're all square at 37. Largest lead of the game has been 5 by the Buccaneers. The Warriors have not led by more than 3. And that one's inside. A.T. Manuan has it swatted and taken away. What looked to be an easy bucket results in a turnover. Or a block shot, I should say. Ammanrud pulls up, knocks it down. And if he gets going, he can be a real problem. 2 point Buccaneer lead, and the crowd is loving it. And Coach Dewey doesn't want to see this crowd get too fired up. Now they're fired up, but he's going to take it into break and give him a chance to simmer. 39-37 Buccaneers in the lead with 14:26 to go. This is Go Hills TV, powered by JBS. 32.5% from the field, 14% from three-point land, 64% from the free throw line. 10 points for Caden Nation, 10 points for Vlad Simrich. They are leading the way for Indian Hills. Amonte Allen Johnson trying to dribble through traffic and now throws it up ahead, and we may catch a break here. We do. AT's got it up ahead to Vlad. Vlad is fouled on a basket. So for the second time, Indian Hills catches kind of a break in chaos. And this one results in not only a bucket, but a foul. Hits it, and he does. Jill Buddy is tuned in. Welcome in, Jill Buddy. Vice President, Indian Hills Community College. Sheila and Mike Dabney tuned in. We got a good one in the North Central District Championship game. Oh, Costello just about had the steal and a run out. Massaquoi kicks it out. Shot clock at 10. Amonrud is going to pull up and nail it. And again, if he gets going, look out. Three-point basket by Amonrud, 42-40, the Bucks. Costello, Allen Johnson, Manuan, Nation, and Simmerich on the floor for Indian Hills. 2-point lead for Dawson. Again, neither team is led by more than 5 in the ball game. And a kick. Shot clock resets to 20 with 13:25 to go. Carla Underwood tuned in. Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Norris Asphalt and Dowd Stone. Rattled wouldn't go for Nation. Oh my goodness. How about that? All in all, they've done a good job, but I just don't understand how we go from boxing to a feather fight sometimes. And the inbounds pass, he's able to save it barely. That is Massaquoi. 2-point Dawson lead, 42-40. Massaquoi to the hoop. Costello, good defense, but he's able to finish. 4-point Dawson lead. 12:57 to go. Not an easy place to play. They're 16-0 on the season here at the Tepke Arena. And now Manuan needs a friend. He's got Caden Nation. Caden to Costello, and we'll set the half court with 12 on the shot clock. Allen Johnson into the lane, steps through and finishes. Nice job by Big Money. 2-point ball game. 12:24 to go. Amonrud was 7 now in the ball game. He had 2 in the first half, and you can tell he's looking now to factor. He was not happy with his first half. Justin Ozzie. That one's short. Rebound by Manuan. Out ahead to Costello. Costello's going to hang to the hoop. No call. Loose ball. Fight for it. We come out of there with it. Now Manuan is able to finish. And we're tied again. We've talked about this, but if you're going to the hoop looking for a foul, that's probably not a good idea. You got to go strong. Look to finish. Follow and rebound. And I say that, and then they call that one on the Warriors, which will put the Buccaneers at the free throw line. And it leads to our under 12. And he missed them both. A.T. Manuan with it. Costello down in to Caden Nation. Nation spins baseline and now back to the hoop. Now he's looking for a friend, finds Costello. Indian Hills struggling from long range until now. Yes, sir. Morgan's corner three-pointer for Costello. That's just our third three-pointer of the ball game. And Indian Hills grabs the lead at 47-44. Massaquoi kicks it to the corner, and that's Lewis. And that's off the mark. Rebound, Walters. Indian Hills has not led by more than 3 in the game. Let's see if we can go on a little run and put a little pressure on the Buccaneers. Costello to Nation to the hoop. He lays it in. Caden Nation, good find by Costello, and a good finish by Caden Nation, who now has 12 in the ball game. And Indian Hills with a 5-point lead. Into the lane, Massaquoi. Good finish there. And it's a 3-point Indian Hills lead. And they've kind of pulled back a little bit on the pressure. Trenton Walters, the Frisco kid, had 20 points in that regional final. You know, Costello's wanting to get it going. AT keeps the pivot foot and wisely just swings it around. 9 on the shot clock. High screen coming from the Chagas to the corner. AT Manuan off the rim, no good. Not a good look, a little too strong. 9:56 to go. 3-pointer coming here is no good. Race for it. Costello got it. I think it was Jordan Jasper that took that last shot. Now, Walters content to slow it down just a little bit. Caden Nation. Yes, sir. A Morgan's Corner 3-pointer, and the Warriors have a 6-point lead. That is our largest of the game and the largest by either team. 9:24 to go. The Buccaneers, remember, average 102 a ball game. And there's an easy look and a slam dunk for Kerr Malure. 52-48. Walters over the timeline. They're looking to jump from behind. Now the foul coming. That'll be the 4th foul of the half on the Buccaneers. And a line change coming. Amanrud Ozzie coming in, as is Himes. That foul goes against Sam Massaquoi. That is his 3rd. 4 fouls and a half on Dawson. Glendive, Montana. Population just over 4,700 here in Dawson County. Walters up and under and in. Trenton Walters shows the speed there. 54-48 Indian Hills. Good spin move there by Himes. Kick to the corner. Now Himes with a wide open look. Buries it. 3-point ball game. Now they put the press right back on. Kind of a 2-1-2, and now they kind of fall back. No trap this time. Trenton Walters. So it's more of a jump at half court. Costello wouldn't go. And here come the Buccaneers. And a foul. They were talking about that at the half in the Buccaneer locker room. We were up 31-18 at the half, so they've tightened it up a little bit, but still Indian Hills controlling the boards. At the free throw line, we are 67% now to their 60, so we've taken the edge there as well. Abdullah on the defense. The floater's off the mark, but the putback is good on a foul. Well, hustle rewarded this second. That one's too strong, and the Warriors will have the 1-point lead with the basketball. Walters with it. 39-27 is your rebounding difference right now in favor of Indian Hills. Trenton going to go to the hoop, and he is denied by the young man they call Ozzie, Justin Ozzie. All 3-pointer coming here is off the mark. Rebound Abdullah Fall. Fight for the basketball, and he'll spin out of there with it. 7:25 to go. Just one media timeout left. That's the under 4. And a district title to be settled. Indian Hills and Dawson have met 3 times in their history. Indian Hills has won 2 of the 3, both at the Hellier Center. Warriors going to turn it over. Our one appearance here at the Tepke Center was a loss. That is too strong from Evan Rudin. Costello's got the rebound, and they are hounding him. Now he's spinning, and he'll get it to Walters. Now we could have some numbers here now. Trenton going to take it right back at Ozzie, and this time it's a basket and a foul. The Frisco kid. And that should be foul number 3 on Justin Ozzie, and it is. And the Warrior lead is 56-53 with Walters going to the free throw line. Sharon Adamson, I'm watching the game but think I need to cheer louder. Go Warriors, we need a win. Scott Herber, anybody else watching the guy with the 44 jersey in the stands? LOL. Jake Stalzer, Steve Cochran tuned in. And then Scott had said earlier, he wanted me to tell Titus, somebody did that steak challenge down in Amarillo and had like, I don't know what, it's back their ways now. 20-some minutes left to go, almost 30 minutes left to go. So 27 minutes maybe, I don't remember, Scott, what it was, but impressive nonetheless. Titus almost took a challenge on the way up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, at a place called The Keg, which has amazing fried chicken. They had a Yardbird challenge, 16 pieces of bone-in chicken, 2 pint-sized sides, and a pound of fries. A pound of fries, I think? Yeah, 5 total pounds of food. And we thought, nah, we're not going to, he wanted to give it a whirl, but we thought maybe he'd just enjoy lunch. Three-pointer here is off the rim, no good, knocked loose, but Dawson has it. That one is tipped out, and I think that's one of those, if you had replay, it might have actually went off Ozzie, but I get it. Simmerich caused it to go out. 16-year-old kid did it with 36 minutes to spare. How about that? 6.5 to go here. It comes into Amanrud, young man out of Bozeman, Montana. Going to the hoop, and he's going to get a basket and a foul. And a foul in Glendive, Montana, Dawson County, on the eastern border, the eastern edge of Montana. Trap in the corner. Amante maybe take a timeout, but he dribbles out of it. Gets it to Caden Nation, and Simmerich was all alone up the floor, but unfortunately we didn't get to him in time. Now we dump it down to Vlad. Vlad back to Caden. Now to Vlad. Can he find the handle? A lot of contact. What's the call? Foul. Yeah, there you go. And I think that's the right call. I think that's the right call, and not just because I'm a Warrior fan, but foul goes against number 12, Amanrud, his second. 6 team fouls on Dawson, 7 on the Warriors, so both teams now shooting the rest of the way. Big money, stutter and go to the hoop, basket's good, and that's the way you have to do it. You cannot rely on a shooting foul. 59-56. If you get one, consider it just icing on the cake. Ozzie, go to the hoop, and then that's a foul. 5:49 to go. 2 shots coming for Justin Ozzie, a 66% free throw shooter. I think that's going to go against a Monte Allen. And Justin Ozzie gets 1 of 2. 5:49 to go. 2-point Indian Hills lead. Trap in the corner. Allen Johnson out of it. Now to Abdullah. Gets it back to Allen Johnson. Now to Caden Nation. Caden spins, floats it, too short. And the Buccaneers up the floor with a chance to tie or take the lead. Amanrud to Himes. To the corner. Extra pass. 3-pointer. Too strong over the backboard. Out of bounds. 5:18 left to go in this one. Indian Hills shooting 39% from the field. Dawson 37%. Indian Hills 21% from three-point land. Dawson 33%. At the free throw line right now, there's a difference here. Dawson 43%, Indian Hills 67%. And we are 39-27 winning the rebounding game. And do we have a jump ball? We do. It's going to be Dawson basketball. They wanted the timeout. I don't think they got it called in time, but we'll see. It will be an alternate possession with 5:07 to go in Dawson basketball. 14 turnovers on Indian Hills in that last timeout and 8 on Dawson. Instant replays provided by River Community Credit Union. Our high-definition camera provided by Dr. Mark Altfellis at the Optical Shop in downtown Ottumwa. Backdoor cut. Good job by Abdullah to cut that off. Amanrud going baseline, and we cut him off. Now he kicks it out. 3-pointer coming is on the money. Kerr Malure, I'm telling you, he's been a thorn. He gives them a 1-point lead. That's a nice make because his timing was thrown out on the closeout, but he's able to gather and knock it down. Dawson takes the lead back. We come over the timeline. 4.5 to go. An automatic berth to Hutchinson, Kansas, and the Junior College National Basketball Tournament, Division I on the men's side, starting on the 22nd. Nation trying to get it up and through traffic, out of bounds. He's going to give it to Dawson. 4:16 to go. This is a pivotal couple of minutes coming here where we have to keep our cool, keep them from making a run. You sense the momentum has shifted a little bit in their favor. We got to get somebody hot. Will Casey comes in, and Caden Nation comes out. So Casey, Allen Johnson, Walters, Simmerich, and Abdoulaye Fall on the floor for Indian Hills. We'll have our final media break on the first dead ball after 4 minutes, and we're at 4:07 right now. Warrior basketball. The official was right there. It was off the hands of Ozzie with 4:04 to go. We do not come to our media break. Checking in is Hines. Ozzie goes out for a breather. You can just about bet they're giving him a little break, and then because that's just good coaching by Peterson, because he's going to get a break here, and then he'll get the break on the media timeout, and then I'm guessing it'll be Ozzie to the finish line for the Buccaneers. Walters to Abdoulaye. Abdoulaye to the hoop, and good. And the Warriors take the lead back at 61-60. 3:45 to go. The next dead ball will be our final media timeout. This is junior college basketball at its best. Two teams that I think both deserve to be in Hutchinson. We're pretty sure we'll get an at-large if we don't win, and I hope if Dawson doesn't win that they do get strong consideration, because this is a good basketball team. 62-61 now. Dawson grabs the lead back. Allen Johnson, Simmerich, Walters, Casey, and Abdoulaye Fall on the floor for Indian Hills. Abdoulaye, he's going to go baseline. In the air, and good take by Abdoulaye Fall. Young man out of Dakar, Senegal. 6'8" sophomore. That's loose, but they get it back. And now Malure will shoot from the baseline. Short. Vlad's got it. And don't be afraid if you need to take a timeout, Warriors. We have 4 left. Up ahead to Will. Will to the hoop. And he's going to draw the foul and go to the line with 2:46 to go. It's a 1-point Indian Hills lead here in the city of Glendive, Montana, on the eastern side of this great state. Foul goes against number 12, Seth Amonrud. And he gets them both. That is huge. Will shoots at a 59% clip from the free throw line, and those are 2 big free throws. I got a shout out to Darby Titus. That's right, his last name is Titus, and he owns a store called Flashback on the downtown strip here in Glendive, where Titus found some great video game. Get that out of here. You're not on the invite list. Trenton Walters with a stutter. Loses it, but into the hands of Casey, and a foul coming. 1-1 for Trenton. Darby Titus, Flashback, great store. Our guy Titus Lettering, and then Titus and Stefan both introduced for the first time ever to Huckleberry. They got some Huckleberry ice cream yesterday and today. Got a scoop yesterday and shake today. Walters gets the friendly hang on the rim, and he could just sense his dad about to come out of his chair, and then it went in. So, shoo. Hang in there, Tony. 2:25 to go. And a 5-point Indian Hills lead. Big possession here if you're Dawson. But you know that Coach Peterson's got this team ready to go. They're not going to get rattled. This is a fun team to watch. Titus and I were talking during the break. I want to win this game, but I want Dawson to get an at-large. I'd love to watch these guys play somebody else. It's a fun brand of basketball. High-paced. They dump it in to Justin Ozzie. Ozzie, surrounded by Warriors, kicks it out. Now they swing it over and into the lane. Floater wouldn't go. Race for it. Abdoulaye's got it. No, it's out of bounds, and that's a big break for Dawson. The Warriors had a chance to have the possession with a $156 and a 5-point lead and really create some trouble. And now Coach Joe Peterson wants a timeout. Oh, do we have a good one. 4 fouls now on Amonrud, too. Keep that in mind. Will that be a factor down the home stretch here? Amonrud offensive, 30 defensive. They have 10 offensive, 20 defensive. They're shooting 37% from the field. We're shooting 41. Comes into Justin Ozzie. And he rolls it over the rim and in. So a big turn of events for Dawson. Now it's a three-point game. This crowd's going to get real noisy, I'm sure. I like the Frisco kid, though, and his ability to handle it. Abdullahi behind the back. Abdullahi, that should be a jump ball. Say, it can't be a travel. It's got to be a jump, as he had his hands on the ball. We have the possession, but that's big if you're Dawson, because it does flip the possession, which could come into play. $1:36 left to go in this one. Tony says, I'm trying. Oh, these ones are hard to handle, aren't they? These games. I'm sure Dr. Thompson and his family glued to that television. They've got over 100 devices, almost 140 on Facebook. They take it away and throw into slam. We got a 1-point ball game. And they want the crowd into it, and why not? This crowd's in a frenzy right now. $1:28 to go, and it's a 1-point Indian Hills lead. 4, but really 15-2 at home. 8-1 on the road, and 3-0 in neutral sites. Into Walters. Under $1.50, $1:22 to go. Amonte Allen Johnson, a little stutter and go over the timeline. Abdullahi is going to keep a hold of it. Now gives it to Trenton. Now back to Abdullahi. Caden Nation is checked back in. He's had a big night. He spins, trying to get to the hoop somewhere. Now he needs a friend and a timeout Indian Hills to save a possible turnover with a 1-point lead. 7 on the shot clock. And we'll be down to 2 timeouts now with $1:04 to play. Shout out to someone. Honorary faculty and staff starting lineup by the Warehouse Barbecue and Brew. And, of course, the proud partnership with Bellevue University. Here we go. Vlad's wide open under the hoop. Amonrud grabs it, and it's Dawson basketball. What a play by Seth Amonrud. Wow. $1:02 to go. 1-point ball game in favor of the Warriors, but it's Buccaneer basketball. We're under a minute. Big possession for the Buccaneers. Justin Ozzie. We're going to double down on him. His shot is no good. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Buccaneers. 14 on the shot clock. He did not hit the rim with that. 46.3 on the game clock. This has been everything we thought it would be and then some. And a timeout by the Buccaneers. 67-66 Indian Hills. 14 on the shot clock. 46.3 on your game clock. Possession arrow to the Buccaneers. And we'll take a break, catch our breaths. We'll come back right after this on Go Hills TV. What an environment here. This is fun. Now we see what it's like for a road team to come into the Hellier Center, because similar environments. 14 on the shot clock. It comes into their guy, Amonrud. And he gives it up. 8 on the shot clock. Into the lane. Oh, maybe a travel. Might have got away with it. Little floater. Wouldn't go. Fight for the basketball. Amonte Allen Johnson has it. And he's trying to get out of there with it. It's knocked loose. What's the call? Timeout. Woo! Dewey got a timeout when he saw we were in trouble over there. Game clock is at 28.3. Shot clock is at 27. Allen Johnson, Abdullahi Fall, and Trenton Walters. They've got Ozzie out there. No Amonrud right now because he has 4 fouls. They've got Brandon Himes out there. And we're going to get it into Abdullahi Fall. Let's see how long they play for the steal before they would go for a foul. They'll be very aggressive, very handsy, I'm sure. And there's the foul. So it's going to be 1-1 coming for Trenton Walters, and I can only imagine Tony right now. Tony Karimsky says going to need to knock down free throws. Absolutely. Glenn Wood, great game to watch. Chris Shondell going to have to make free throws. Ed Pancrazio tuned in. Darren Carson, another ticker tester. Yes, it is. Amen to that. That foul goes against Jordan Jasper. That is his 3rd. That's their 9th team foul. So 1-1 coming for Walters. 20.9 on the clock. Trenton got it. The Frisco kid. Knocks down the first. This one makes it a 3-point game. This is huge. Got it. Trenton Walters with 2 big free throws. Well, here you go. How far do you go if this possession goes deep before you would consider fouling? They've got Amanrud back on the floor. Amanrud goes baseline. Knocked away. Walters has it. And a foul by Ozzie. And with 8.7 to go, Walters can open this thing up. 3-point lead for Indian Hills. And Trenton Walters, the Frisco kid, will go back to the free throw line. And this crowd is eerily quiet now. And a timeout on the floor taken by the Dawson Buccaneers. Well, Trenton will have 2 now for sure. He's got to make 1 of 2. Hopefully he makes both, but he's got to make 1 of 2 for sure. Oh, my goodness. I think Titus Lettering is literally talking to himself over here. Even Stephen, I think, was popping his face. I think even Stephen Goodwin, who has nerves of steel. A lot of pressure on them. Trenton Walters. Here we go. 8.7 to go in the ball game. He couldn't get the first. It rattled and wouldn't go. That was a nice shot. It just rattled and wouldn't go. And now timeout. Joe Peterson again wanting to keep Trenton iced. That's telling you, Peterson is a sly, crafty veteran when it comes to now. Trenton Walters can really dash the hopes of Dawson with a make, but if he misses, now they get loud. Trenton got it. The Frisco kid. All right, you cannot foul on a three-pointer, guys. 6 seconds to go. Launching the three-pointer. No good. Tipped loose. 1 second. The Warriors will win the district championship and head to Hutchinson, Kansas, looking to be a top 5 seed, possibly a top 3 seed, with a 70-66 win in one heck of a tough place to play. And I hope that the committee will strongly consider the Dawson Buccaneers for an at-large bid. I know it depends on what else is out there, but this is one heck of a basketball team. And what a fun place to play. I'm telling you right now, you come in here and win a basketball game, and you are a team that's good enough to win a national championship. No doubt about it. Coach Dewey will be thrilled with this one. We'll have a post-game interview coming up with him from down on the floor in a little bit. And we will stay on the basketball game. And now we know for sure we're going to Hutchinson, Kansas. The 5 o'clock, I think it's 5 o'clock is the show that will present the brackets tomorrow night, the selection show. Yeah, what a season for Dawson, 29-4. And our Warriors surrounding Coach Dewey down there with that district championship trophy. There it is. And we will see him in Hutch. What a great group to follow. What a fun win. Indian Hills 70-66. We'll have some final numbers coming your way. We're going to stay here, let them celebrate a little bit. And we'll go to Hutchinson, Kansas as a very high seed now. A loss, we certainly believe we would have been in with an at-large, no problem, but who knows where the seed would have been. 7 p.m. selection show tomorrow night. Thank you, Kelsey Weeks, our athletic director. And she's, I'm sure, a very proud young lady right now, coming off that big weekend last weekend with 2 national championships on the wrestling side. Indoor track team that did a lot of good things at the national tournament. And now a basketball team that goes